Yeah, I mean, I'm raw, I'm real, I'm authentic. I'm not going to be your polished politician.
I prosecuted roughly 100 terrorists, had 92 convictions. They're called detention orders in their system, and then 13 of those were for the death penalty.
I used to write my diary in code, and I would sometimes send myself on secret missions, which meant, snooping in my parents' things. But I think it's just I had such a fascination with this idea of finding the answers to questions that nobody else could find.
I remember being a 10-year-old and actually asking my parents for a subscription to Newsweek. They kind of looked at me like I was crazy. I mean, they weren't people that talked about politics all that much.
What is a creationist? That's a person who believes that the earth was created by some external force. Some people, and I personally am one of those, who believes that God spoke the earth into existence.
My dad is actually a lifelong Republican who has never voted for a Democrat until he voted for me.
In a district that, as you may know, is predominantly Caucasian. It's about 2% African American, maybe a little less. So for them to decide that they would put their confidence in me to represent them in the United States Congress and be the first African American to represent the state is, of course, a tremendous honor.
I'm in the National Guard, 22 years in now, and just jumped out of a perfectly good airplane not too long ago. It's still serving, which I think is a great thing.
So I was born and raised on the Fort Apache Indian Reservation. My family came there at the beginning of the century to grow food for the cavalry at Fort Apache.
I grew up in Texas, and so Ann Richards was our governor. And as I mentioned earlier, when I was growing up in Houston, the mayor of Houston was also a woman named Kathy Whitmire. And watching them, I really had a sense that women could be and do anything.